Hey there, rock stars. It's Chris with Chris Loves Crochet, and this is the KLC Podcast. And welcome, or welcome back. Welcome in. Welcome. Appreciate it. So I have some FOs and some whips and some plans and some tips. I don't know. Let's see. FOs. What do I have going on this week? I got a knitting machine. I got a Centro knitting machine. I don't know if you watched any of my my little videos, my little video vlogs or whatever from my vacation, but I talked a little bit about the knitting machine, and I'm a little know-it-all, and I got put in my place by that little machine. It's a pretty little pink machine. Only has 48 pegs. Took me down a peg or two, I tell you what. Anyway, it was a lot of fun, and I still can't stay away from it, no matter how many times it slaps my hand. I don't understand the drop stitch business. I don't understand. It's going fine, it's fine, and then all of a sudden, there's a hole in my work. I don't get it. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. So, I did, though, decide in all of my wisdom that I would make a sweater, or make a top. So I did, on my little mannequin here. I made a top because when I successfully made a hat, a two-sided reversible hat, I was like, I got this. I'm gonna make a sweater. Well, I did not make the sleeve, so it's just a top. And I used the pink and the orange, the same that I did with the hat. And I liked this waist yarn so much that I left it on purpose. I mean, I actually put it back on, and so that it would be like bordered in it. And I created a new look. I mentioned this before. It's the distressed, torn, chic look of, where is it? Of knitted wear. I know people have done it, but look, isn't that cool? Look what I did. I had a drop stitch, and then I caught it and tied knots and such underneath, because that's what you do. Isn't that how you knit? It's just a bunch of knots, right? Not. And so anyway, yeah, I'm such an experienced and well-rounded knitting artiste that here's some more of the distress. This makes this work worth, a couple hundred easy, right? Because it's got that distressed look. Anyway, there it is. Also, she needs a top up. Also, she has been named. She's been named. Her name is Tukata. Tukata. Tukta. And it's not Tukta, because I asked my students that. They're like, no, it's Tukata. It's like you give it a hard K and then the next syllable. So Tukata, or Tucky, is, and that's Thai for doll. So this is Tukata modeling. She had to cover her face. She was so embarrassed. She's modeling the new knitwear that came out of this designer studio last week. Isn't it fantastic? I love the colors, though. I'm loving pink and orange. It's just a thing. Anyway, I also finished, I don't know if you saw this already, but it's my crop poncho from the Secret Yarnery, Hirschner's Mill Cotton Cake. So this is the whole colorway. And I had some left over, and I had asked on one of my vacation videos what I should do. Mama G had an idea to make it into a big slouchy hat, which is a great idea. So in all of my wisdom, I put it on the knitting machine. When it comes off, it's all stretched like this way, right? And it's not that long. And then you take it off, and then the weight of it, yeah, that's a slouchy hat. No, it could be like double-sided, but then still, ooh, that's a slouchy hat. But it can be dark on one side and light on the other. I'm not quite sure if that's what I'll do, but turn it, finish off the ends. I just have the waist yarn here on the ends. Finish off the ends, and then attach the two ended sides inside. You know what I mean. Finish it and make it a two-sided hat. And then just see how long it is. I don't know. I mean, I can still frog it and use it for something else. So I also just put out a yarn haul video. Yarn haul, y'all. And I got a bunch of blanket yarn for the stuffies, for the plushies. And I've made a few things with them. One of them, I actually started before I got this haul because I still had some of this purple, so I made it. Hello? I made a spider. I made another spider, and this time, since I figured it out, I had the stitches figured out and my brain was a little clearer, I could actually make these knees in this blanket yarn, and I made a big old spider. I got some of the counts off, but it's okay. These should be a little bit further apart and these should be a little closer together. I'm not worried about it. But it's not exactly the way Joe's pattern is, Joe from Joe's Web. I didn't do it perfectly, so don't judge her, judge me. And then I also did her eyes. I think that's so sweet. The little blue eyes, the little glint in her eyes. So this would be a lady spider. This is a lady spider. She's going into my classroom for Halloween. Ooh. I really like her. And then she's coming home. She's not going to stay there the whole year and get messed up. She's mine. She's coming home. So I also made, on my Centro knitting machine, a pumpkin. And I showed you the pumpkin in one of my vacation videos, but I also made this stem and then just attached it on there. Otherwise it looks like that, which is fine, but it just doesn't look finished, doesn't quite look like a pumpkin. Well, now it looks like a pumpkin, right? So that's going on one of my tables in the classroom. So this pumpkin, all I did was I took some 4-weight, pretty hefty 4-weight yarn that I have. It's an 8-ply, which is not like the UK Australian 8-ply. It's like there's 8 plies in it, which makes it a pretty thick 4. It's not as thick as a 5, but it's really dense. Anyway, so what I did was I did a chainless foundation single crochet, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 12 or 15 of them, and then stitched back half double crochets in the 3rd loop. So I came back, and so it's on the very back side, so at the front and then the back, where I did the half double crochets along the 3rd loop, and it just naturally curls a little bit, and then just found stitches along the end here and just did some single crochets around, and then did a little increase 2 in each, and then just sewed it on there. So it's my pumpkin. I think it turned out pretty well. So I just made a long thing out of the Centro, the tube, and then doubled it up and then cinched it in. Then I took some of the leftover tails and then just did the little windy thing. And I don't know if it's necessary, but I came up and went off to this side, and then I went up the center, and then went off to that side. And I just kept making sure that I was going opposite of each other. So I did the 2 in half, and then I did the 2 in the quarters, and then I did over here and then over here. I don't know if it makes a difference. I don't know. I like the symmetry. Anyway, so that's how I made that. And then I just put out a tutorial on my little ghosties. This guy's eyes, he looks like a blind ghost. How can it look like a blind ghost? I think because it's it looks like sunglasses because they're so large. This is a little bit more like eyes, like the sunken eyes. I'm not sure. But I just used the 4-weight yarn here, and this is the blanket yarn. And so it just sticks up a little bit too much, and this one's a little bit better. But anyway, so I released the tutorial on this, and little no-sew. They don't mean you have to sew on the eyes, but the little arms and the skirt and the everything, it's all done in one continuous. So those are, I think, all of my finished objects. Let me put little Tookie back where she should be. She likes to jump off of here in the middle of the night. It's kind of scary. It is kind of scary. I don't really know why, but sometimes she just jumps off, and if I'm half asleep, then it scares the crap out of me. So what am I working on? I am working on a donut. I'm working on a donut. So this is kind of like the pumpkin, but it's a wreath. So hooker versus hooker versus hooker versus hooker. They're doing a wreath. And I thought I would just join in, and this is as far as I've gotten. I don't have like a nice little shop that has, I don't have a Michael's or a Joann or a Hobby Lobby where I can get a form. So I just did this on the knitting machine, and since it's a form and I'm not a contestant, I can do that. And then I doubled it up and then seamed it along in the middle, filled it with stuffing because that's what I have. And so then I've got the other colors. I don't know if I'm going to do flowers, because it's going to be more of a tropical look. I have the red, orange, yellow, and green to add to the brown. And I think I'm going to just keep it kind of a brighter orange, yellow, red, and green so that it kind of fits, the tropical paradise of Bangkok. But I don't know if I'm going to do flowers, like 3D flowers, or I just got a book of squares, of granny squares, and there's really cool ones. Maybe I'll just use those colors, make some granny squares, and do a little patchwork around the form and have that be the wreath of patchwork squares. I think that might be cute because I've been wanting to do those granny squares out of my new book. I got a new book. I'm also working on another tutorial for that bobble Christmas tree, and I tried it out in 4-weight yarn and to make sure it worked. All the numbers work. The numbers work. So that tutorial will be out soon. It's getting ready for Christmas. I'm also working on my umbrella. I finally started the umbrella on my trip back in the bus until they turned off the lights on us. I mean, I could have turned on the light, but it's way up there, like in an airplane, because it was a VIP bus. If I turned on the light, the reading light, it's so far up it would have shown light because it was pitch dark. Everybody else wanted to sleep, I guess, when the sun goes down at 6:30. So I had to put it away, and then I just turned on. Oh, okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to interrupt myself for this important message. Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. Love it. I kind of binged on that on the bus, and it scared me. It was kind of scary. It was just done this year. I can't remember any of the people, so just look it up. Fall of the House of Usher. And yes, it is not really based on, but inspired by. It's an homage to Edgar Allan Poe. It's a mini series. There are 8 episodes. Some of the episodes, I think they're all get their name from his works. So like the last episode is called The Raven. There's one called Pit and the Pendulum. Love that Vincent Price movie. And there's another one called Telltale Heart. I can't remember the other ones, but they're all like that. And they're each episode, I mean, it's telling a whole story, right? There is a story arc, but each one has its own story, kind of like you're going through these different horror movies. And it was quite entertaining, and I think it was very well done. So if you're looking for something a little bit different for this spooky season, check out The Fall of the House of Usher. It's good. It's on Netflix. So back to before I was watching that, I got a little bit of crocheting done. I actually started at the resort before I left. So this is where I'm starting. This is Mandala Madness. It was a crochet along, I think, a few years ago. And I have so far downloaded just parts 1 and 2. I think there are like 12 parts. And this is like barely any of part 1. And I'm using this Nako. And I'm doing, I don't have my umbrella right here. I'm doing the umbrella. At least I've started it. So in the Mandala Madness, it calls for all these different color yarns that you're supposed to cut and keep going and attach another color. But I'm just letting the color change where it might, and then just kind of going along. And I don't think I need all like 12 parts. I think this is the one. I don't know if this is the one that Dee did in Dee's Creative Hands, or if it's the one that Crystal from Bag a Day that she had commissioned out, or if they did the same. It had the same one. I don't know. But I know that it's been done. I can't remember which one. It's been done for an umbrella. So I feel good about that. I just hope that, oh my gosh, my thumbs are really hurting. I just hope that it works out okay. Otherwise, I'll just have a nice mandala. I'll just hang it on the wall. Whatever it takes, right? Whatever. Oh, I'm sleepy. Could that be it? I also just I should have just released a video on a kind of a new challenge that I've put out there. It's called the Chili Charity Challenge. Chili Charity Challenge. Chili Charity Challenge. That is for all of the donation, all of the drives, all of the auctions, all of the everything that's happening in this time of year. I love it, and I just wanted to spotlight it in my little tiny corner on the YouTube street. So check out that video, and if you have anything to send in to me, send in to me. You'll have a chance to win something eventually. So no, by the end of November. So check it out, that video, and see what you might wanna share. It's just to spotlight all of the different organizations, all of the different charity events and drives, all of that's going on. Just not to start a new one. Just take a picture of what you've done, even if you've already sent it off. If you have a picture, send it in, and some other stuff, and have the subject line and whatever in that previous video for the Chili Charity Challenge, because it's a chilly time of year, and so it's time for the yarnies, for the yarnivores, for the yarnaholics to get out and do our thing, which is to make people warmer, wear the blankets and hats and scarves and plushy toys, even little dollies, whatever it is that we can do during this time of year, as we're just crocheting and knitting our little hearts out. Then we can do a little bit extra for those who have a little bit less. So check out that video, and I would really, really appreciate that. So okay, stop yawning. I feel like there was something else I was going to say. I don't know. I'll do another one. Anyway. So that's all I have for you today, this time on Chris Loves Crochet, the KLC Podcast. So thank you very much, really seriously, for stopping by. If you're still here, thank you so much. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I have a lot of viewers that are not subscribers. People say that. I just thought I'd just jump on the bandwagon and say it. I appreciate the subs, the thumbs, the notification, the bells ring the little bell, ding-a-linga, and yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hope to see you around next time. Be true to yourself, be kind to yourself and to others, and find your joy. I love you guys. Bye.